Hi, I'm Zila Turner, the Director of School Communications here at PALCS. This is Prielle. And this is Winging It. My name is Prielle Lior. I don't like to go by my last name because I'm just that iconic, guys.
Okay.
And I'm in 8th grade, and I'm 14, guys. And
Wait, that means you're going to high school next year. Oh my god. Are you doing do you have like a move up ceremony? What are we doing?
I'm doing the move up ceremony. Like, I'm not speaking in it or anything. Just
You're gonna show up, show out?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Do you get to what are you gonna do to celebrate with your mom? Are you gonna I don't know, go get I don't know why I can't stop thinking about ice cream right now, but
literally.
What's happening?
I guess I'm just gonna breathe.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like high school is kind of scary, so I don't know if I should be celebrating or
You should be celebrating. This is a moment.
I don't know. I feel like I'm scared.
What are you I mean, do you have some friends that you're are coming along this journey with you? Or are you bye everybody, I'm doing this alone?
I mean, my older brother's in high school, and how he describes it, it's giving scary. So,
are you sure you're not just level up student? You know what I mean?
You know what? Let's just have a good time. Yeah, let's just be happy about it.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with the glass half full. So when did you even start going to PALCS?
2 years ago.
Okay, so it's been a solid 2. Where did you come from?
Okay, so I did homeschooling my whole entire life.
Okay.
And I lived in Philly, and everyone's like, oh, homeschoolers, they don't get out. I was out every single day, and I had co-ops and nature groups, and I did hockey and gymnastics and dance all at the same time. So I did lots of stuff, and I was like, wait, I want to try online school. And now I'm here, guys.
Hey.
Yes.
You want to be around some people? You want to see some faces? You want to be... You have your camera on when you're in class, right?
All the time.
So you're used to being styled from the waist up? Or do we go full dress?
No, we do full glam.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, head to toe.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this. You're in Pittsburgh now.
So I'm...
Ish, yeah. West Coast. Go ahead and give me your hometown. Your new hometown.
Mercer County.
Okay.
I would never call it home. I'm sorry.
What's hot about Mercer County? Give me at least one pop off.
It's the country, and it's different from Philly to the country. It's
okay, I'm saying Beyonce did a country album, so
no. Okay, yes.
So...
But it's just so boring. I live in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Do you feel like that though?
Yes.
Okay.
And the only entertainment is me.
Well, you are very entertaining, so I just feel at least you're keeping it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're on 100. Do you hang out with friends online?
Okay, so we travel to Pittsburgh every Tuesday and Thursday for performing arts.
Uh-huh.
So I have friends online. I have lots of friends online. But I really have I wouldn't say real friends, but friends I hang out with all the time, in Pittsburgh. So yeah.
Yeah, your school friends don't gotta be your side friends.
Yeah.
My work friends, different. You can live your life.
Yeah.
In and out of school. But do you go to school with any kids who are still in Philly?
Most of my friends, whenever I visit Philly, I always see my online friends. So I guess you can say most of them are in Philly. Some of them.
What, you guys do meetups?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I love that. Okay, so let's get into the good. You are doing lots of performing. Theater 7000. What's that?
Okay, so whenever I had to be 4. I was I want that Oscar. I want that thing. It's shiny. I want it. And my mom was like, okay. So she put us in performing arts and stuff. And Theater 7000 was I wouldn't say not big anymore, but it was kind of big. And so I was in the productions because I saw a production. I was wait a minute. I need to be on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
So they put me in it, and I was young, so like I couldn't have any big roles, but I was just like the experience of just being on stage with other kids and like just, I guess I was not a background character. I had like one line, but like still I was
So
there.
I had one. I had a line.
I had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that even like the older kids, like they had all these monologues they memorized and all these productions, and I was like I look up to them, and they would always give us advice for like acting and stuff. I was like, this is like home. So Pittsburgh, I do this thing called Urban Impact, which is like so they have sports, performing arts, and like I guess you can say literacy, like for kids who like need help with school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that, and the last performance I did was David and Goliath, like a story in the Bible.
Let's go.
Yes, but it was like Shakespeare, but it's like basically all the this and thus. It was definitely hard to memorize it, but it just made me so much better at acting, because doing something different out of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do in Pittsburgh? You said you go there a couple times a week.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You did David. What are you doing now?
Right now we are working on a short film.
Ooh.
And it's called Fine. I'm the cute background character, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only because I guess I'm not the certain age for the part, so that's the only reason I'm a background character. But
don't try to grow up too fast.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that.
Why? Hey,
Come
now,
on.
I want a
Stop
driver's
it.
license, guys.
She wants to go places. Can you just slow down? Just, you're freaking me out. My heart can't handle it. Just like, be here, live this. Are you sleeping? I just feel like you have energy for days.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't sleep. I just think.
I know, you do come across like you just like are going and going and going.
Yeah.
So, modeling? What's this?
Okay, so I always wanted to be a model. And everyone's like, oh, model, so you have to be tall and you have to like look like this and that. No, it's just like the thought of everything I want to do, and modeling agency is like number one.
Okay, why?
I feel like there's so many standards. Like I want to get out of those standards so that other girls and other guys too can feel like there's something.
You feel comfortable in like a leadership role.
Yes.
What's that mean to you?
I feel like being the outspoken one, the one who's like different, because whenever I go into like new spaces, I've always been like, I've never been shy. I've never been boring. I've never been like, I've kind of always been like loud and energetic and stuff, and then people start to become more energetic because they see like, oh, someone else is doing it, so I can do it too. So that's
give them
how
permission.
It is. Yeah.
You set the tone.
Yeah.
You say, come to my party. It's a good time over here.
Literally.
Okay. Do you feel like PALCS is the right environment for you that like gives you that space to have that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I kind of think that PALCS is like, they kind of give you your own path. Like they don't say, do this, do that. No, you have freedom to choose like what you want to do.
And you're kind of navigating that right now. It sounds like you're have some ideas about what you might want a future career to look like, but it also feels like you're going on vibes a little bit, and you're just kind of like, all right, give me a little bit of this, give me a little bit of this, let me like get my toes wet. So let's see, you want to be a sports reporter?
Yeah, so sports broadcaster, sports journalist, like that kind of yes.
You want to be on camera reporting on and talking about sports?
Being on camera.
Hi
guys.
What kind of sports?
Okay, I really love football. My two brothers, they both played football. Like, I wouldn't say their whole life, but it was really football, basketball.
Oh, so you're around it all the time.
Yeah, and then all my cousins, like everybody, I feel like everyone in my family has just always been basketball, football. I kind of just always loved it. And I think that they kind of inspired me to like it a little bit more. After like each game, I write my own notes about them, and like I just have these extensive notes, just like my opinion on the game, and, like my facts on the game.
Okay. So gymnastics.
Yes.
We're hopping sports here.
I started gymnastics when I was 6. And
you're fearless. That would scare me if I was your mom.
No, I also did hockey when I was 6 too. And I was like, so hockey, I did hockey, ballet, tap, and then I did those two, and I was like, wait, if you put them together, you kind of get gymnastics. So I did gymnastics, and then I was like, this is so much fun. And then I actually just recently quit when I was like, I was 13. And I was like, it was because it was so mentally draining, and like gymnastics can be very bad if you don't have the right mindset. And I didn't, and I'm glad I quit, but I learned a lot and inspired me to become a sports journalist and get into more sports. But really, people forget that athletes are like human.
So hold on, you did dance and hockey before gymnastics, so you've been all over every kind of court, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep up with everything?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's more like how my mom keeps up, how my mom and dad.
Fair.
Like,
thanks, Mom. She's probably excited for you to get a license, to be honest.
Literally.
Because you got a lot going on. Have you been volunteering?
Yes, I have.
Tell me.
So, I worked at the Zion Academy, which is like a daycare. I do it every summer. It's so much fun. Seeing little kids who are like just so like innocent and like they just do whatever and they're just so funny. Like it's just so much fun. Like
they are
I just
funny,
love
aren't
it.
they?
And I'm like, I love them.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Is there an age group where you're just like, no, you're a brat now? Or
maybe 11 months. But like I was really working with the 3-year-olds to like 5. They were the best. I don't know. It's just healing to watch little kids.
Yeah.
I just like, it's just something about them. Like they just make me so happy.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some art. You like art, you like writing, you like creating.
Yes.
Where does that come from? Just like inside of you, I feel.
Okay, whenever I was also 6 was like a crazy year for me. I was always everywhere. I did these classes with my favorite teacher, Mr. Walter. Shout out to him, he's the best.
So
he literally taught me everything from poetry to like literature. Like that's when I was like, oh, this is whoa, like I love this. And he taught me to memorize like poetry so I can memorize something like really quickly. So I kind of learned all of that just by being in his class, especially when it comes to reading. Like that, I was really good at that because of him. So when I was like 8, I started writing poems just randomly. And then I sent it to one of these girls who did a poem that I watched her do a poem, and I was like, wait, I want to send you my poem. And so I sent it to her. She sent it to someone that was a part of the NAACP, and they were like, we want you on stage. I was like, oh yes. So I memorized the poem that I wrote and I presented it. And then after that, this other guy who saw me do the poem was like, I want you to present that poem at my church for like Martin Luther King Day. And then from there, I just kept going. And then they just like, oh, we want you to do this. Oh, we want you to do that. Oh, we want you to do that. And then I'm here. And then I just kept making poems, and they would always ask me to do stuff for them and like for their programs, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then they wrote an article about me.
I love that. So you've been participating in Yearbook this year?
Yes.
Tell me about Yearbook.
Okay, so first of all, shout out to Ali and Tiana because they probably would want me to shout them out.
What's up?
Hi. And so I had to be 7th grade, Miss Algeo, best teacher in the world. I love Miss Algeo.
I love Miss Algeo.
Yes. So they were like, they had like little activity groups, and they were like, I was like, yeah, let me just do Yearbook. Like, whatever. So I did it, and I was like, wait, I love this. And so I became the spirit ambassador. From there, I was like, wait, like, this is cool. So me, Tiana, and Ali, we were like the leadership, and then we have all these other kids. Some of them are older than us, some of them are younger, and we make the yearbook every year.
Is that something that surprised you at PALCS?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, PALCS kind of broke me out of that, oh, I'm not anything, because gymnastics was so bad. It was so bad. I kind of was like, I'm nothing. And like, and I made friends, and then I kind of became like Prielle, like not just Prielle, like hello. So I kind of became that, and then they were like, can we, like, I'm amazing, like I'm not that bad.
Not that. Okay. All right. Okay. Not that bad, Prielle. Okay.
Not that bad.
Okay.
I've never really been into art, to be honest. And then I took a class with Miss McConey, and I was like, wait, this is fun. So like I just kept doing it. And then I made posters for my aunt for like her little ceremony and stuff. And then I made flyers for a baby shower, just like little cute stuff like that. I was like, I like this.
So what's Eagle Eye TV?
Eagle Eye TV is so fun. It's like the best ever. Like it's a news show where we report all the fun news that happen in PALCS Middle School. And sometimes it's skits, sometimes it's like sometimes reporting on the weather, sometimes it's like a reading where we're like reporting on like the books that we read. It's just like fun little stuff, like the events that are up to coming. Like it's so much fun.
Do you have like a specific role on Eagle Eye TV, or do you just like pop in and do whatever?
So I'm an anchor, and I also write some of the scripts. Basically all the transitions and the little cue roles, like the little cue stuff. I basically write the scripts, and I organize it too.
Okay,
I don't know what that would be called.
So like a little bit of like some producing, hosting. I love that. Are there some medals in there?
Yes, there's. It's heavy, guys. So here's some medals from gymnastics. This is my last meet I've ever did, so it means a lot. This is the Simone Biles meet. I went to Texas for this.
Oh my
signature, guys. I actually saw her. She was such a diva. This is the Cowtown. This was the best meet ever. I remember this. I got first place for like all around and for bars. I love bars. So this was like all the medals for the Cowtown Classic. Okay, this is states. So this is when you go with your age group and like you're not even with your team, like just their age group, and like it's just a really big meet and it's your last meet. So this is the USA Gymnastics one. And this is actually for spoken word. So these ones are for spoken word.
Love that.
Here, these ones. So first and second, and my AXO for this one was for spoken word too.
Ooh.
I did this one in April, and I got a medal for this. So
this is giving like young 4-year-old Prielle watching the Oscars, being like, I want one of those shiny awards, and then she goes, let me just get after it and keep winning and keep winning and keep winning. And it's like everything you do, you do it the most.
Yes.
So how do you personally make friends online? Because I know that like you got a lot.
I'm like a social butterfly. So how it works is, you have class and like, oh, I don't want to talk in the chat, I don't want to interact, but that's what I do. And then later I'm like, okay, I like that person I was talking to today about physics or something, let me just email them. So I emailed them like, hi, like whatever, and then we start talking on email. Wait, I want to get your number. Friends, hello, let's meet in person. Yay.
That was like the 1-2 step. This is how you make a friend.
This is the tutorial.
I love it. And what's your favorite thing about online school?
Where do I start? Miss Algeo. No. I think that. Oh, that's so hard.
Okay,
just
like
the activity
one.
Groups.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not. You don't have to be scared to do them. Like, it's time for everyone to meet, and like, it's not like you're muted the whole time. Like, you just go off and you just talk the whole time about like whatever the activity group subject is. Like, that's fun.
Which is better, pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Hot dog or sandwich?
Isn't a hot dog a sandwich?
Is it?
Yes.
Or is it a taco?
Oh, that's different. I'm going to say sandwich. You're scaring me.
Okay. Superheroes or cartoons?
Superheroes. There's no way cartoons. Out the door.
What's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, wow. Dogs. I'm not a cat person.
Are you like dogs for life kind of person?
I'm gonna say yes, because like they're just so, you can go outside with them. Like they don't, I feel like cats don't, they're so sassy.
Do you
Like,
have a
I'm
dog?
already sassy enough. I don't need that.
She is sassy. Do you have a dog?
I used to. She was the best ever.
Socks with sandals.
Socks with Crocs, not with sandals.
Are you trying to tell me that Crocs aren't sandals?
Crocs are not sandals. They have their own category.
They're their own category. Should toilet paper be over or under?
Over? Yeah, over. Oh. Under.
I know. Sweet or salty?
Sweet. I drink too much sugar and stuff, so that's probably why it's sweet.
I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
Texting or calling?
Calling.
Oh, I love that you said that. I
Texting
didn't
is
think
so
you were gonna
boring.
say that. What would you tell someone who's thinking about coming to PALCS?
Don't be afraid. Because there's like so many teachers who like genuinely want to care for you. And I would say I'm friends with some teachers. Like Miss Algio, like that's like my friend. Like, hello, like we talk about everything, and like it doesn't even have to be math. Like we just talk about stuff. And even with friends, like there's people who want to talk to you online. Like it may seem scary at first, but like it really isn't. Like there are kids who are in the same school as you. Like they want to talk to you. Like, you're not alone. Like come on now.
I love that.